I'd just like to take a few moments to share with you something, which is the fact that this centre's got a bit of a problem. And the nature of that problem is that we are losing money, basically. Last year we lost £6,000. This year we expect to lose £16,000. Some of that 16 is a one-off, and that, but one-offs, with a building this big, one-offs tend to happen quite a lot. But the fact is that we're running at a deficit, and we can cover that. We're not going to go broke immediately. We can cover that from our reserves, but we need to do something about it. We need to do something about it. As you know, I'm sure by now, this centre runs on a Dharma economy, which means that absolutely everything, all the Buddhist events at the centre are completely free. That's even retreats where we have to pay thousands of pounds to rent somewhere and provide food. It's completely free. We do this because we hope it benefits people, not to make money. So it's a real Dharma economy, and that means there is absolutely no obligation of anyone to help support this centre financially. It really is free. It's all free. We do it. We just want people to come. But we would like to just make the Sangha aware that there is a problem and ask for your support, ask for your help with that problem if you want to give it and if you've got the resources. And I really mean if you want to give it. There's absolutely no obligation. If you don't, that's fine. But we know from experience that if we tell the Sangha that there is an issue, that we as a community have got a problem, people will want to help. Because the last time this happened was back in 2014. And in 2014, we said that we needed to double our standing order income to have enough, to support enough people to run this centre. And we set a goal of doubling our standing order income in 3 years. We thought that was a bit ambitious, actually. And the response was so overwhelming that we, as a community, doubled the income, doubled the standing order income that we give within 3 months, which was a huge testament to the sense of community that we've built up, to the extent to which people value this centre, and to the Dharma economy itself. And I have to say, one of the things I'd say is part of our financial discipline is that we ring-fence income that we as a Sangha give in standing orders. We ring-fence that for support, to support the centre team. The building costs, etc., are covered by things like yoga classes that we charge for and community rents and so on. And the average cost for supporting somebody to work in this centre is £10,000 a year. So nobody is getting rich on this. People do it. People work at the centre as part of their Buddhist practice of generosity and altruism. And often people simplify their lifestyle and they downsize in order to be able to take as little support as they can. That is the way that people play their part in the Dharma economy. Others make a contribution in different ways. But overall, I think it's worth just taking a step back and clocking just how radical and wonderful this Dharma economy that we operate is, and unique, actually. It's pretty unique. I think it plays a huge part in the success of this centre. And in the wonderful atmosphere and a sense of community that people often pick up on and often comment on. So we are trying to build a community, not run a business. We're trying to build a community in which we all feel like partners in a common project. And you don't charge people money to live, to be part of a community. A community works because people make a contribution. So we're trying to create a community in which people feel part of a common project, and we're trying to do that on Buddhist principles. In the wider society, the way people interact tends to be based on, I will give you this if you give me that. I will provide you this service if you provide me with this amount of money. The society is based on the idea that we should all look after number one. We should all look after ourselves. But we've got a different model, that we should be creating a genuine community where we all look after each other. So one of the choruses from a play called The Rock by T.S. Eliot, in that he says, when the stranger asks, what is the meaning of this city? Do you huddle close together because you love each other? What will you answer? We all dwell together to make money from each other? Or will you answer, this is a community? Well, we don't want to make money from each other. We want to be a community in which we do it, if you like, love each other, in which we're held together by matter. So that's what the Dana economy is all about. And the Dana economy is why this Sangha is the friendly and supportive place it is. The place would feel very different if we charged for events, and that some of us were service providers and some of us were customers. It would feel very, very different. So if you find the Dana economy inspiring, and if you want to contribute to it, and if you want to help out with this bit of a problem that we've got, and if you've got the resources, and if you want to, you might like to do this by making a commitment on one of these commitment forms to either take out a standing order to this centre if you haven't already got one, or to increase one if you have. Now, as I said, there's absolutely no onus on people to do that, but if you'd like to help in that way, that would be absolutely wonderful, and we would be delighted. And to help you to do that, at the end of this talk, we're going to give out some letters, which actually there's a letter from Satyajyoti and a fact sheet which explains a bit about the finances of this centre. And on the front of it, there is stuck with a gold thing, a commitment form. So if you feel moved to do that, if you know you would like to help out in that way, please fill in the commitment form and put it in a box, which is down opposite the tea room, called the commitment box. Put it in the box tonight if you know you want to do that. If you want to think about it, well, that would be great. Take a form home. But because we do need some sort of cut-off date, we would ask, in order to make decisions, because we may have to cut the size of the centre team if it doesn't work. Try and get, well, no, do get the, if you have the intention.